Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since I've been able to do a video. I had to take a break. This gets really overwhelming, but I love doing the videos and I'm hoping that we have more time and I'm able to do more. I just gave you guys a quick update. We are preparing hard for winter here. Missouri got a lot of torrential downpours, lots of rain, flooding out the area. We're safe, everything's fine where we're at, but you know, it just kind of has caused a few bumps in the road with certain things, and especially our business. We do renovations and we're full, we're booked. We have a full schedule, and the current job we're on, unfortunately, their basement flooded, and so we had just got through a process of all the drywall. And anyway, so long story short is we're just fixing problems and, you know, doing the best we can. All the horses are doing well. We have lost a duck and a chicken, and our son Theo is super sad about that. They're a big part of his life. He loves our poultry, so we keep those around for him, and of course the eggs. But anyway, we've been sad about that. We've got Tim Brooke and Sophie over here in the stud pen, which used to be a quarantine pen, which some of you probably know from when we were using it as a quarantine pen, but we've made it the official stud pen where he stays and where he's going to be staying with Sophie. Sophie is bred, and so, you know, it doesn't keep him too excited, and they just get along real good. They're the same breed. They seem to really like each other, and we're thankful that that's happening because he was alone all the time, and I felt really sad for him. So we're getting ready to do some feeding. Putting out some round bales. We're already feeding lots of hay and dealing with our horses every day, trying to just keep on keeping on. So I'll get some videos here, just little clips, and add it all together for you guys to see how everyone is doing. Boaz, after his last trim, has shown some major improvement with his gait. He is just overall limping less. This cooler weather is easier on him. You would think an arthritic horse would have harder times, but I think it just, I don't know, he just feels better in the cooler weather. Hope is another story. We're going to be giving you guys an update on Hope soon. I'm trying to find a new vet clinic to go to. Dr. Berger is great. He's been working diligently with her, but I don't think he's going to be able to do this next phase of work. But we're going to kind of assess that and go from there. I'll give an update on Hope soon. We've got little Miss Lila here. Those of you who remember our rescue puppy, remember her? She weighs a whopping 13.2 pounds now. She's doing really good, and we're excited that her healing has occurred. Her journey is good. She's healthy, happy, loving life on the Elrod farm. The boys are feeding out their hay. You can see there. They went to the barn, loaded up that hay themselves. I'm pretty proud of them. They've been working really hard too. We did have a horse accident that made me pretty sad and freaked out for a few days. I'm doing better over it. Everybody's okay. But there's just been a lot going on. A lot of family stuff, a lot of business stuff, and a lot of rescue stuff. So thank you guys for staying with us, hanging in there, and I'll give you some added videos to enjoy and watch. All right, thanks. Hank, you need to stop. Get him some cubes. Get him some cubes off the ground. It's okay, Hank. Set them on the ground, boys, right here, right now.
Here, Gordy, here. Come on, girls. Come on.
As you can hear, it gets kind of hectic and a little wild from time to time when we're trying to sort the cattle from the horses. And this is something that we did actually do a couple days later here on Monday, Veterans Day. We took the cattle and we put them in another field so that feeding them and separating out their hay is going to be much easier for us this winter. Get him some cubes off the ground. Just give them to Hank right here and keep him busy. Ruby is a dog that we got as a puppy here just a few months ago. We got her this late spring, early summer,
and she's turning out to be quite the little cattle working dog. She's still very, very young, but she's out of some good working stock, and Todd's been working with her, trying to teach her control and verbal cues and just how to manage and move the herd safely. But as you can see, she still acts like a puppy.
And 8 cows. We've got this field, and then we've got another field, and then we've blocked off the back field. It's deer season here, so we're always making sure that our cows and our horses are up as close to the house as possible. And that's where we're keeping them all right now for winter time. This girl right here, Miss Elsie, she is just not good at going in the pen with the other cows whenever it comes feeding time. So Todd's trying to teach her how to do that.
Is everybody almost done? I still got some for some more. Oh yeah. Everybody needs
Just give them to Hank. Just keep Hank occupied right now.
Hank is very hungry. He's scared. Come here, Hank.
You can come in for a little bit, buddy. Say hi, Boaz. Boaz has made friends with the ponies, so he's in with the minis. This is where he'll be for the winter and in the barn. You say hi, Shorty? Say hi to everybody. And Lulu, and then all the mares that are gonna have babies are over there. I'll get a video of them in a moment. Hey everybody, kind of some not so super news. While we were feeding earlier today, we noticed that the hay bale that we were feeding out was really looking kind of rough. Well, unfortunately, it's molded, and we've pulled all the molded out, and we've been able to feed and salvage some of the bale. But now what's happening is we assessed our entire hay bale situation, our entire stack, and it's pulling too much moisture up off the ground. You can see, like, this is where we're restacking it. We're redoing our bale stack. Down there off over the hill, you can see we had it stacked in a triangle, which came recommended, and we covered it with a bale. But then what's been happening is moisture from the ground is coming up through the pallet, getting underneath and getting onto the bale, and then also moisture is being caught up underneath the tarp. So now Todd is down stacking all of our hay, and we're going to reorganize it in rows. That this was another method and way that we've asked and asked some farmers. So we don't have inside storage. That's not an option right now. We're just trying to do our absolute best to salvage as much of the hay. You can see right there, there's molded spots on it. It's super disheartening. I'm really upset, and I'm just gonna kind of work through the problem. We're just gonna keep working through it as best as we can. Had a lot going on already today, and it's just like 10 o'clock. So pray for us and this problem, that we have a solution, and that this hay does dry out on the outer layers as much as possible, and that we can utilize it for not only the horses or the cattle, but the horses. A little bit of moldy hay isn't bad on horses. You know, they're different. They're ruminants. They can handle the mold. Horses absolutely cannot, and it will colic them. It causes them to colic. It'll give them belly aches. It'll give them allergies, just all kinds of things. Moldy hay is terrible for horses. So, and we have 24 to feed this winter. So anyway, give us some prayers if y'all don't mind. We really appreciate it.
So I have to correct myself on the previous clip. I said that horses were ruminants, and they're not. That was silly. I was pretty baffled and out beside myself that morning because we had so much going on with the hay. The hay situation is looking better than what we expected. There were only about 10 bales that were compromised, so that is good. So we have 30 good ones still, and we had about 8, I guess it was 8 or 10 not so great ones that we'll be feeding out to our cattle, because a little bit of mold doesn't hurt the cows like it will a horse. These two pictures and the one of me brush hogging are a couple days later, and you can see that the ground is starting to dry out, and the horses are out trying to find whatever they can in the fields that maybe might be sprouting up after all that awesome rain. I took a little time to do some brush hogging, at least making sure we can get those cedar trees knocked down, any thorn bushes, and some thistles. Todd was able to take the day off of work and work at home, and we had a good time fixing fence and brush hogging. The boys found a really cool stash of old bottles, and I wanted to show these to you all, how awesome it is for our kids to explore and adventure around on our farm. It's an old farm. It's got quite a few dump sites in it, unfortunately, and we've been working hard to clean those up. But we did enjoy today's fun day of working on the farm, and I thought I would just end the video with this gorgeous, beautiful sunset that we all got to stop and admire by the end of the day. So I want to say thank you to all the veterans out there, and we sincerely and greatly appreciate everything you have done for our country. And we want to say God bless America, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And happy Veterans Day.